Get your katanas, get your katanas. I would get my katanas. Well, now it's another new event. And I thought there was going to be a downtime between the last event and this event. But that's not the case. Event would be just like the usual. 30 missions, 30 missions, 10 missions. Okay, nothing so special. 3 items. Rice, Sake, and katanas. Katanas. Did I mention get your katanas? Katanas. And Japanese Rex. That's usual for every event. And captains. No surprise there, as expected. And new ships. I have a gripe with how they put Yamato as one of the most cheapest, well, not the cheapest, the lowest end of the ship is a Yamato? Really? The real life Yamato is so much more glorious than this. But at least I'm not going to be buying it because I'm only buying one ship and I've already bought it already on the second day of the event. Kenkomaru? Pretty good ship. It's a steam ship, but even if you just buy and never upgrade it, which I'm debating, still very good. 56 cargo. That makes it easily at stock one of the top 4th ship that I have in terms of capacity. Not bad at all. Okay. A little bit less about what I've been doing for the last 2 days on Seaport. Let's talk about some of the other things. Namely, I guess that's where you guys come to watch, is what should I do in this event? Now, without further ado, let's talk about the 3 places. The rice fields, times 4, 30 sailors. Sake Brewery, 50 sailors, 4 multiplier. Oh, ignore that sound, don't worry about that at all. And the bladesmith that gives you katanas. Get your katanas, get your katanas, get your katanas. Yeah, it's only 100, it's a 100 crew, but hey, there's levels now, unlike the last event. Ha, so you do get more. So I did make, oh, ignore this, I'm just doing quests. Which I'm blowing past them. I'm already on the 9th on the first one, so I should get there in no time. Okay, let's do some boring numbers. I'll show you ship afterwards. Let's see. Boring numbers, nobody want to take a look at, but I'll show it anyways. So I've took data from Seaport wiki and I've put it in here. Thanks, I really have to say I like those people at Seaport wiki. They put up numbers fast, and without those I can't make a video like this. Okay, let's see. So these data on top here is the stuff you can get in terms of multiplier per item, and there's a 3 multiplier for Sake and Sake, I don't know how to say it, and Katana, and for rice there's a 5. But when I take a look at the resource that I can get, I don't see why I want to collect rice unless I want fish. But for me, I have plenty of fish from the last event. Almost 2 million fish. See? Enough for almost another month. Who knows what the next who knows what the next event will be. Maybe more fish then. Let's go back to this. So it doesn't make sense to collect rice. Oh, let me zoom this just so that everyone can see. Can I? No? No, no pop-ups. No. Google, why you do this? Okay. In External's experience, I'll always get the katana for experience. This is what I'm doing. Get the experience. Because 4 times as much, it just makes a lot more sense. You just need the crew, but even the crew is not a lot. For coins, I'll say if you really want coins, use the katana. But for me, that has a large fleet to get coins. I have 60 million coins, but I'd much rather get 60 million XP. So in this case, I would prefer to collect experience. But I think if you want coins from this event, it will be the katana. Fish, please don't waste your time. Unless you really want fish, but no, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. I would say stone is okay, but I would say the last event was much better on stone. This event is much better on experience. And for sake, I would get iron. Iron and wood is actually pretty even in this regard, because I have a high level of collecting from bamboo, level 10. So I would say I can actually get a lot of wood pretty quickly, but not so much as iron. And as you can see, my iron is pretty low, so because of that situation, I'm picking iron. But don't stop yourself if you really need wood, because events is all about boosting your upgrades, your levels of that sort. So with that kind of cleared out of the way, let's talk about some of the numbers, just so then you can we can make some informed decision of what we should do. So this event actually have levels of the destination, as you can see. Now, I've just depleted this Japanese bladesmith destination, and they will have to level up. I guess I can just show you the interest. So it starts at like, for the bladesmith, it's not very readable because I didn't plan about this. It goes from 4, 6 multiplier, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then the crew requirement goes up. These are just the other data for rice and sake. But let's not worry about that, because those are just raw numbers and these are the processed numbers. So as you can see, there's levels here in terms of what you can get per hour on average. So think of this as like a processed bonus multiplier for the whole process, basically getting the material and then trading that material for XP for the goodies up here. So let's just take rice, and let's say I trade it for fish. Level 1, that equates to 71 multiplier. Goes all the way 130. Not very good when the other multipliers you can get from normal destination is usually starting at 150. That's why I say rice is not very good in this event. But however, you do need rice for the quest, which I should show you right now. No, not the achievements. You need 50 for the 7th quest on the first contractor, and then 100 of the 12th on the first contractor, and 150. So far 300, 500. You need 500 of the first contractor. I'm just trying to do math now. Live, well, not live, in the video. This is the best time. I've made no mistakes so far. And that's it, apparently. I did not review this beforehand. I regret this. But you'll forgive me, right? You don't need a lot, but you'll need to go get some rice if you want to finish the contractors, at least the first stage, which I think is a good idea. The second stage apparently use sake, and the third one use katanas. Nothing really I can say to get rice. I frankly don't. I will probably consider that after I have done all the achievements of sake and katanas, because they pay off so much better. But I have to choose one. It might be fish, actually. Doesn't even matter. All these are terrible. I will not collect it. Yeah. But let's move on to better things. So, if I go collect wood for sake, an hour it goes from 80 multiplier to 157. Now that's pretty good, but to get there. So having a large fleet helps, and I just increased my fleet size to 1500 in terms of collecting power, which helps a lot in this event. And the way I see it is that these events are just coming and coming. They're not stopping. So having a big fleet and a bigger warehouse actually will benefit from these events. But let's look at if I want to collect iron it'll be equivalent of 10 multiplier to 20. 10 not that interesting. I can collect iron 13, so if I can get 13 from here, it has to be at least the second level for it to make sense. But that's fine. I mean, I'm almost done with the first level. Just to show you. It's like a second day. Yeah. I just need to send like about 120 capacity, and I'll be done with level 1 of collecting sake. Again, it helps to have a bigger fleet. It lets you just collect, to stock them up. Okay. And for katana, I'll say experience. So I will pick experience. It doesn't make sense to pick stone. Well, it kind of does, but if you really want stone, yeah, then do it. But I can get like 100, almost 100 experience an hour per cargo to 155 experience per hour per cargo. Pretty good. If it's oh wait, that's coins, my bad. It's 96 multiplied to 155. Not as good as some of the other events like back in Christmas, but hey, you know, if you want coins now, you do it. For me, I don't really want coins because I've been leveling up the destination of Riveria and just sending it before I go to sleep and wake up the next day. That's 400k right there. So, at least for me, that is. So for me, coins doesn't matter as much now. I'm floating 60 million coins. It was 17 million a while back, but it's up there. It's right now is not a limiting factor where my other resources are limiting, so that's fine for me. So I would pick experience because I want more levels, and that goes from 100 experience and per hour per cargo to 163 experience per hour per cargo. I just blanked out there for a second. Goily. Let's go to stone, just because I want to look at the numbers. It goes from 12 to 19, which is pretty good. 19 is pretty good. Like once it goes up here, you know, once you get past the second, once you get to the third level of the destination, you can get 17 multiply. That's pretty good. I mean, if I look at rubble, it's 24, but it takes 4 hours. And cave right here, I haven't. It's only level 3, so it's 5. Like this is multiple times better. But from the last events, I have taken quite a bit of stone, but I still need more if I want to upgrade all my buildings here. Oh, don't mind me of my just clicking things. Town hall, fish port, and main dock takes quite a bit of resource, so I actually don't have enough stone for that. It's still converting, so it's okay. It could be better. Oh, and talk about these little paper cranes floating on water. In achievements, you do want to click on these cranes. If you click 1,000 times, you get 4 gems. And I know some of you really like gems. And plus, hey, you get stuff already. So I will still click it. Crew is great because, you know, events need crew. Okay, so I talked about the bonus here. Let's talk about the crew aspects of sending to these destinations. So price pretty low, you know, as expected. 30 crew to 70 crew. A little bit high here, but hey, you're already level 6. You kind of had to pay the higher price. And you get a higher multiplier anyway, so that's pretty good. Sake. Takes less crew because it takes 2 hours. So by naturally, every time when you send all the events before this, when they're 2 hours, they usually take less crew. This one's no different. 50 crew an hour per boat. That's pretty good. I can generate a little bit higher than that. And katana, the one that's always like demands the most crew, you know, 100 goes from 100 crew per ship to sail to 150, but it goes with 78. Yeah, it's a bit high, but think about the experience, more levels, more town center, town hall levels, more main dock, and each time upgrade this like 2% right now in terms of fleet cargo capacity. That's 35 divided by 34. Pretty good. Anyhow, I'm rambling a little bit again. It's been 14 minutes. But I think this is the most important aspect of the for this video. You really want to know, if you can afford it. Because if these numbers will persist. They're comparative across each event, so you would know how long it is. And I've basically made an Excel sheet to do all the math. These numbers just for me to, for my reference, for my fleet. So if I send a fleet to collect all rice per hour, that's how much I collect. But that's actually not real because my warehouse cannot contain this. I have to actually set up enough ships to turn the rice into other commodities, the 4 commodities, instead of, well, the 5 commodities, instead of having them all rice. Because my warehouse is only level 20. I'm actually thinking about upgrading though. Yeah. So far I guess, what have I missed? Oh right, these little flowers. Looks very pretty. Sakura flowers. The problem with Sakura flowers is that, oh, Sakura flowers. Where's the flowers? There it is. It's times 12. Okay, that's pretty good carrying all the way over there. However, if you look at this, it's only 25 fish and 26 gold. I mean, that by itself is not a problem because you can carry a lot there. The problem is because my warehouse cannot contain that much items. I'm busily trying to collect katana. So, if push comes to shove, I would drop these Sakuras because fish, I mean, that's not a lot. I have invested heavily into my fishing dock, so just click on this, like that's 3,000. That's 3,000 fish right there. That will take a long time to click on these little cranes. So in this event, I'll actually not hesitate to dump this in order to send my ship to collect katanas and sake. Sake is pretty good. I like iron, so I think this event, 2 out of the 3 items are worth collecting, and the ships I would get Kenkomaru. Obviously, depending on where you are, you might want to buy these ships. They're good, but I'm finding myself having a difficult time to even upgrade the ships from the last event. Just to show you, this is only level 2. I don't know if I ever get to level 5. It takes like 1,000,000 wood. That's a lot of wood. I can't afford that now. And by the time I actually can afford it, there might be better ships in terms of events. So for now, I'm trying to try and buy 1 ship, and that's it. I cannot afford any more, but this is a very good deal. Even if I don't upgrade it, it's 56, it's top 5. Let me show you some of the other stuff before I wrap it up. I guess some of these ships are pretty cool. I have to say, when it comes to style, Japan have these style down pat. They're very pretty logos, or I guess, what do they call it? Prefecture flowers? Just like every state in the US has their own flag, or every city, maybe even a city has its own flag. Japan has its prefecture's flowers or some sort. It's not flower, but they're very pretty. It's actually on Wikipedia. I'll add it in the video notes if you want to look at it. They're very good designs, and for someone like me that is terrible at design, they're very pretty to look at. And I have to say, these are pretty good looking boats, so props to the designers. I actually didn't even see, I was so focused on on the sales. I didn't even know I bought a steamboat until after. I was like, oh, this takes iron, gears to upgrade. And then I realized I bought a steamboat. Oh, this looks really pretty. Oh well, USS Mississippi steam. Oh, this looks really nice. Really nice. Props to the artists who worked on these things. Oh wow. See, I wish they make a 3D model, because they made it already, but it's so much more pretty to look at, even if you don't buy it. It's like window shopping, but like, I guess like a port shopping, because you have to go to a dock to see it. Okay, I think this pretty much sums up the biggest what to do in this event. And oh, almost forgot, captains. My bad. I would say get. You can get these. You can get these, but I don't know anymore. Like katanas, I'll definitely use a captain on. Rice, not so much because we don't. Well, not we, but like, I don't think it makes sense to pay to get more rice. You don't need that much rice for the quest, like 500. I'll just send a ship from now and then. And sake, it's 104, so like that's like 10,000 each. Extra boat, I'll do it. Yes, I will do it, but that's if only you're flush on cash. If you're grinding on cash, then first you get the katanas, and then you trade it for cash, and then you can afford it. So yes, I would recommend doing that. I'm not gonna do the math on trading cash for. If I'm going to collect katanas for cash, will I buy it? I think they're generally good deals, and you do come out ahead. The key aspect is that you need to pick your best ship, and with all these events, there's no excuse to have like a ship with like well, not no excuse, but like you should have like 40 at least in cargo, and it'll pay itself off. Unless they dramatically raise the price, like let's say 200,000 for event captains, or like divide by 10, it'll be like over 10,000. Yeah, but I'm a bit lazy these days. But I think it should all pan out, and even if you don't, it's not the end of the world. The biggest key is that what your resource needs, and upgrading the basic stuff from other video, just fishing pier, your conversion on the production, and houses. These takes a back seat. The game's pretty simple at this point, to be honest. Most of these events, they're just figuring out which destination and for what goods, and afterwards it's just smooth sailing. Haha. So okay, next time guys, if you have any questions, leave them below and ask them if I missed anything, because I'm forgetful. But as always, if you like this, say yay, or if any questions like, hey, you didn't talk about this, then just ask below and I'll kindly reply. Okay, have a nice day, guys. Man, summer is here. It's pretty warm out, so enjoy the summer too. Goodbye.